move to the upside looked like we were wrong all day, unless you really were following along. And then you could see the two lows: early morning low, midday low, early morning low, midday low, and then a high at the end of the day with some big moves to the upside. Sorry guys, I'm like losing my voice. You could see that the Fool card in the high position comes right up against the Fool card in the low position from the prior day. We had a low with the Fool card, right? Also, it's important because it corresponds. There's a correlation or a congruency here, I should say, between the September overview, the card for 1 day, and then the 1 day reading. It's the Fool card. We've got notable decline tomorrow. When I look at this reading, I had extra information come to me while doing the actual spread. Prince level Peace level and Tower card. So I actually purchased calls down here. I sold my put at the open and then created a spread. I had a I put on 388 puts and 396 calls. And I bought 2 calls instead of, I bought another call down here. So I bought a call here, bought another call down here. They're doing phenomenal now. The puts it's out of the money. It's in the negative, but the 2 calls are definitely counteracting that plus some. And we should see more decline tomorrow based on what I see on the overview. This is a bearish card, a fall through a support to meet a second support, and it would move along sideways on that support level. And you mix that with the Ace of Cups card. We've got Ace of Cups all day tomorrow. So I'd say notable decline. Looks like that art card's probably it's probably pointing towards a full retracement. So I just moved from 2 calls and 1 put to now I'm even. I've got a call and a put. Took a nice little profit there. I'm deciding whether or not to take my other call. There may be an opportunity in the morning tomorrow. Retrograde, I shuffled them like backwards. I bet everybody's been feeling that retrograde energy. It's a pretty intense one. I don't like inverted cards because with all the directional stuff going on, it really kind of throws you off. So I just made it simple. When I see an inverted card, it's just like, pay attention to this card. Going short, that's what I'm doing. I've got 2 puts and a call now. I bought a 393 put, expires September 9th. My 388 put expires on September 7th. I don't want to sell that because I don't want to take the day trade right now. And I think we'll probably see a low tomorrow. But I also don't want to sell this other call because I think we may have a little bit of a, like when we open in the morning, we may be at a high. You know, because we've got this art card and then we have it here again, this art card. It could be like a full retracement. I'm going to get out of that call. I'm getting out of that call. Looks like I timed that pretty well. I should have done it when I first thought to, but for whatever case, I doubted myself. But I still made a good profit. So now I'm on the short side, guys. I'm so sorry about my voice. I think it's partially from all the recording. I'm just talking so much. So I've got 388 puts that expire on September 7th, and I've got 393 puts that expire on September 9th. I sold my calls. I sold a put first thing in the morning and created a spread where I had a call and a put, and then at the bottom, the second low that we had midday, I bought another call. I doubled down, and I just sold those calls around the high, just before we dip below the 200-day moving average on the 5-minute chart. And I also purchased another put. Hey guys, are we still on for a dip on October 18th, and does it extend Wednesday through Friday? Besa, I didn't actually do a reading on Ape AMC. I haven't gotten to that. I'll get to that if I can. I need to get ahead before retrograde. I mean, before we actually go retrograde, I need to be prepared. So I may or may not get to that. Oh, I appreciate it, Besa. Thank you. So kind of you to say. Philip, yeah, that unicursal hexagram for sure. And when you mix that with the Ace of Cups on the overview, the Fool card and the Ace of Cups on the overview, and we still have this energy, even though we don't have trading on the 5th, this energy is still part of the sequence of events. So we should see, like before or after, we should see a little bit of that bearish energy from the Prince of Cups. The unicursal for sure. I'm definitely looking at that. This one also, the completion card, end of a rally. So that's what's making me think we probably have a retracement. It's a bearish card. It's a bearish theme card. It's a bearish overview card. End of a rally, a high correlator by itself at the beginning of the day. The high. There's going to be highs and lows within close proximity to each other. Because what will happen is we're going to be on a support level rotating sideways. So there'll be some bouncing back and forth. But that unicursal, yeah. When you mix the unicursal at the close, and it looks like we have a pop to the upside at the close, you mix that with the Princess of Discs in the low position on the 6th, which is the next trading day. And then the Ace of Discs correlating to the low here at the end of the day. My sense is, yeah, that unicursal is really warning us of another drop over the weekend. But again, we probably will see like another test of what are the resistance that we... Let's make this resistance right here. Should make it here. Like right here. Oops. Nah, there was somebody commented about it, but I didn't actually get to it yet. Regarding the Ape and AMC. I did get to, I have AMC readings done all the way through I think November at least, maybe December. I did the 2023 for AMC. So I got a bunch of stuff already prepared. I just need to make sure that I'm ahead enough so that when I don't do readings during retrograde, I don't fall behind, I stay ahead. So I have to get really, really far ahead right now. I only have until a week from tomorrow, basically. Yeah, see, I didn't think about that. Okay, so the I knew I should have kept one of those calls. It's no big deal. No big deal. So, the Hierophant card correlates to the success card, leading me to believe that there is a successful move creating support out of new resistance here at the high. Did not really take that into account for whatever reason, but I'm seeing it now. And in any case, so we've got, Five of Swords to start the day. A failed attempt to break through key resistance, followed by a decline through a key support level. It's important to also point out that the Five of Swords correlates with the Six of Swords. So when you're doing the when you're like looking at numbers on the cards, 2, 3, and 4 correlate. 5, 6, and 7 correlate. 8, 9, and 10 correlate. So like the 6, it's like a maybe just a slightly lesser correlation, but it's still an indication. So we've got a 6 of Swords here, and then tomorrow we open. We'll probably open testing the same resistance here. Whatever support or whatever resistance we turned into support here at the end of the day, we're gonna test it and fail tomorrow morning. End of a rally here. But it's also important to remember, guys, the Ace of Cups energy that's over. It's like kind of overarching from the second card on the overview. The Ace of Cups correlates to all of these cards here on the second. The Ace of Cups is important to remember as an opportunity to open up a long position. In most cases, it's an opportunity to open up a long position in the midst of a decline. In some cases, it's an opportunity to close a short position in the midst of a decline. And then also at the high, that's a price level. I want to notate tomorrow's high as a price level, for which like is a good place to put like a split or a what do you call it? A straddle or a strangle. Split. What is this, blackjack? A straddle or strangle, based on the price level there, that being the mid, whatever the high is tomorrow being the mid-level point. Yeah, my feeling is that those aren't necessarily correlated to each other. This is just too far away. This unicursal is a whole nother ballgame, and so what you have to keep in mind is the scale of the reading, right? Like on a scale of a 1 month reading, this decline will show up probably very prominently on more than one daily. Because it's a monthly decline, it'll be very prominent. If you look at a 1 month chart, there'll be a notable decline there. Whereas this unicursal, it's speaking of, it's on a 1 day chart. If there was a unicursal on the second or right around the second, this card would have monthly magnitude to it, if that makes sense. Like it would speak of a bigger decline than just something you see on a 1 day chart, because it's correlating with a month, a greater time frame as well. But that's not the case here. On the 27th. See that? There's another unicursal there on the 28th. That one is connected 100%. Does that make sense? As far as AMC, so do you want to know if APE is going to go higher, Besa? And sorry, Joe, I'm going to look into that. Do you mean October or do you mean September? All right, so I'll do a one card real quick for APE. So the question is, do you ever see it reach higher numbers? Guys, do me a favor. Everybody, if everybody shares this live stream with somebody right now that they think it'll help, that will that'll dramatically help my life. Not like the channel, but my life. Just saying. The quality of my life and the health of this channel are one and the same. I've basically I've like pushed everything else aside. All I do is this channel all day. I had a secondary job. I got rid of it. Okay, well, AMC, there's a reading for AMC if you go to the channel and you do the channel search, not the search bar at the top of the page of YouTube, but if you're on my channel, there's one that's a little bit lower down on the page. If you search AMC on that, you'll get the AMC reading for this month, I believe. And then I have the October coming out. As far as APE, let me do a 1-day reading for you right now. Higher than its current price level. It does go higher. It does go higher. It does go higher. It's the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is there's going to be quite a bit of volatility, but there'll be a fast, sudden move higher at the end of that period of volatility that marks the end of the volatility. The Knights are actually they can be good they can be like considered in a lot of cases the end of a trend card. They're not the only card that indicates the end of a trend, but Knights, like the completion card indicates the end of a trend, the fortune card, but the Knights in a lot of cases, you'll find them at the end of a trend. Oh no, I probably, on TikTok, yeah, I probably did that because I was recording October. So you want to know, are we still on for a dip on October 18th? And does that extend to Wednesday and through Friday? So if you're, Joe, if you're planning on making trades right now based on that information, I would recommend against it for two reasons. A lot can happen as far as price range between now and then. Like, I could be 100% right, but that dip could be from like a major high that I missed or something. You never know. So, I'm not right all the time. Be mindful of that. If you bet like I'm right all the time, you'll lose all of your money in one shot and be done. I learned that the hard way so many times. But October 18th. I just photographed all of November's dailies yesterday. I'm pretty excited because I'm getting ahead again. At one point, my dailies were a year ahead. I was a year ahead. Like all of 2021's readings were completed like way in advance. All right, so let's see. Let's look at the 1 month. Oops. Oh yeah, that dip extends over the weekend. I remember what I said. Yeah, Joe, that dip definitely it's a big deal over the weekend. It's going to be a massacre if you ask me. But where it's going to fall from in relation to where we are now, that's very risky. Be careful. You don't want to trade that far ahead with this information because there can be things that you don't see coming. But yeah, that was in October 18th. Yep. And you look out for some November stuff on TikTok too, because I'll be recording November before next Friday. If you want to get all this new stuff, guys, Philip knows about this. If you guys want to get all the earliest you can see this information is by going to tarotfortraders.com and signing up at $17 a month, and you get every reading as it comes out. Like right now, all of my dailies are already scheduled a month in advance out through October. I'm about to do November, but if you're a member of the site, then you can see all that already. Or it's in the process of getting loaded. Thanks, Philip. Appreciate it, by the way. You're awesome. Really, you're awesome, dude. How do you feel about TTOO for this month? Man, I know I should have done reading for that for this month. Did I get to it? I don't think I got to it. Yeah, I didn't get to it yet. I have photographs of TTO readings, but I haven't done the markups on them yet. I'll get to those shortly. I'll probably put that at the front of the list since you asked, Philip. Oh, okay, so base AMC or APE. I was talking about APE. As far as AMC is concerned, okay. So, it's looking bearish for AMC after a test of... I'm so sorry, guys. It's looking like we have 3 pokes through resistance, like a test of resistance around the 7th. I mean, I did the reading, so if you check out the reading, like, go with what the reading says, but this is probably what I said in the reading. There's 3 pokes somewhere around the 7th, 8th, 9th, possibly the 12th. But we have a crest here on the 7th after a notable move. Now, if we get to the 7th and we're not at a high, then most likely that high's on the 12th. But my sense is that it's more close to the 7th. If I'm wrong, then it's closer to the 12th. This isn't really a month that you want to be bullish in AMC, to be honest, man. Oh, my stream says 8:31 today. That's because I tried to load it and there was an issue, and then when I reloaded it, I guess it auto-populated with the old info. I appreciate you giving me credit there, Joe, really. You know, the hard part of my job, believe it or not, my career, is it was very difficult to figure out how to do this. My life was very, very difficult to figure out how to do this. I had major sacrifices for like 30 years of my life. Now, I predict it like it's like I make toast in the morning with the toaster oven. But what's difficult is getting people to actually sit on the sidelines long enough to see. Like, they just automatically make up their mind. Oh, this is bullshit, you scam artist. Like, I get suspended from live on TikTok because somebody doesn't like my face. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. appreciate it, Joe. Really, it's a lifetime of struggle, a lifetime of loss and poverty and isolation to bring this information to you. So you know, it really means a lot when people say that type of stuff. Really does, guys. And the analytics are going. I'm seeing the beginnings of a geometric progression here. So. If everybody shares this live feed with somebody that they know that they think this will help, that'll greatly impact the quality of my life. Will AMC ever reach the high numbers they're talking about? Besa, what numbers are they talking about? Outside, well, I appreciate it. I wonder if I can change the name. Let me see if I can do that. Ugh, that's aggravating. See if I can change that, guys. Otherwise, I'm gonna hop off and back on. Yeah, that's so annoying. Cause I tried to load it originally, and it like, I changed it to today's date, and then it like there was an error for no reason, and when I reloaded it, it had like repopulated it with the old name. Let's see if I can change that. Yep, awesome. Appreciate you letting me know, man. Sorry guys, almost done. Appreciate it, Sarah. Thank you. Let's say the all-time high that it reached last year. So you want to know if it's going to revisit its all-time highs? That's a no. Disappointment. It's a no card. I mean, my feeling is that AMC is kind of like, I don't know what all the fuss is about. I do it because people love AMC, but personally, I'm not excited about this stock. It never really excited me. It doesn't say it's awful. It's just not on my radar really. Oh, and there goes E-Trade in their charts again. to the moon, right? I don't know why I don't listen to my cards and keep that other call. We all make mistakes, right? But still a pretty juicy day. I took a nice profit, and I'm not worried about tomorrow. I'm holding puts right now. This really sucks to watch because my original plan was to hold those calls overnight. But in any case, I do see opportunity tomorrow. Really towards the end of the day at a resistance level. There's a good shot that we have a gap down. Whew, look at that. Nice move at the end of the day. And guys, look at this, right? We have a notable move out of the midday low. We have a notable move to the upside. It'll stand out on a one-day chart. I'm sure that's what I said. Followed by a rally in the last hour that increases with momentum moving into the close. And at the close, we meet resistance. Boom. All right, so we've got the art card. The art card's about full retracement. It's a move up, a big move up, followed by a full retracement back down to where that big move started. It's tricky to read sometimes. Whew. Hold on, guys. I need like a lozenge or something. The art card can be tricky to read sometimes because in some cases the whole move is within that card, like the move up followed by the move back down. In other cases, it comes after a move up and it speaks of a full move back down. So like in this case, what it's really looking like, see, we have the art card first thing in the morning. This is a drop to and through a support level to meet a secondary support level, and then we move sideways along support. That's the theme, right? But there's a lot of back and forth going on throughout the whole day, which makes me which gives me the sense that we gap down, and that's the move through support. We gap down overnight, and that's the move through support. And then we will basically spend the rest of the day, it looks like. There could be some decline, but it looks like we've got the rest of the day, we're already on that support level when we open, and we move sideways along that. And then at the end of the day, there's a pop higher. So and there's that art card again. Interesting. Science card. So on the science card is nullified on the 6th. Well, I'm glad you stuck to the plan, man. That's the story of my life. I watch other people make money, but like, you know, I do all right. I do all right, but I'm getting, you know, still like I had to learn to change the way that I thought completely to be able to do this, because everything that's happening is coming from a manifestation of thoughts into what we call the Akashic plane, or the Akashic field, or the formless substance, the universe, energy, God, whatever you want to call it. You're sending an impression into it in the form of a thought, and that thought form comes back in the form of an experience. And the more you can define that thought, the more that you can like construct it in your imagination and your mind and give it more details, and at the same time not add doubt or like faulty thoughts. The more that you're able to do that, the faster and the more successful the manifestation becomes. you have to be in a state of mind where you lack doubt completely and you're able to send those thoughts off into the future free of it. Awesome, awesome, Philip. Yeah, I did all right. I would have liked to stayed in a little bit longer, but hey, I still made money. So, I basically quadrupled what I started with in this little account 2 weeks ago. I basically I've quintupled it now in 2 weeks. So I'm sure there's people that are doing better with my information than I am, because that's usually the case. It's really funny, actually, in a Shakespearean sort of comedy. Appreciate it, guys. I'll take any last questions, and then I'm gonna get back to some readings. I think I'm gonna get an avalanche reading out, a TTO, avalanche for September, a TTO for September, and then that's it. Whatever's out for September is out, guys, and I'm moving on to October. I gotta stay ahead. If I keep doing September's, then October will be hurt. And these things take like 3 hours. The monthlies, each monthly takes easily 3 hours. So yeah, I'm gonna grab a lozenge. I think I've got one, and then I'll come back, and if there's any questions, I'll answer them. Oh my god. It's so humid in Florida. It's where I am right now. That these Ricolas are soft. That's disgusting. Oh my god. This one's good. This one's good. Jeez. Apple 10 years? Sure thing. The 10 years are actually really easy. They don't take me a lot of time at all. Put an apple on there. Yeah, I know, Besa. I've been stacking karma chips my entire life. I've got such a surplus of karma chips. Like, somebody messes with me, like at this side job, this person messed with me, like in a really kind of like sociopathic, kind of below the sneaky, below the surface, nobody will see it happening kind of deal. Guaranteed she loses her job like this week. It's just the way the universe works. Like, you can't mess with me. I'm just, I got too many chips stacked. It's because some of my past lives, I projected intents into this life. Like, my goal isn't material. My goal is spiritual. And the more people that I can, attract by utilizing the stock market as a device for prediction, the better. That's what people pay attention to. You got to be able to get what people pay attention to, and then they'll pay attention to you, and then they're going to want to know how I did it. And it's literally the law of attraction, my friends. That's what this is. I'm not looking at the future, I'm creating it. And that only works in a world where you understand that this is a multi-dimensional reality. Cool, man. I'm in Fort Lauderdale. Florida rep. All right, AMC, AAPL. Will you get a tenant by October? So, if you get a tenant now, chances are that they will be gone by October. If you get a tenant in October, that's a much better sign. If you were to get a tenant now, that would be, you'd probably want to hold off. And that's a yes. It's gonna happen actually pretty quickly. So probably like out of nowhere. It's the swiftness card. So like, just a boom, it's done. That's what'll happen. You know, eventually I'm gonna do stuff like that, Besa. I used to do a meetup when I lived in New York City. I used to do a meetup. This was years ago when I was still learning how to be learning to become psychic. And I had this meetup called Practical Metaphysics, and that was pretty cool. I mean, there was a lot of people that I was able to show, like, just by slowing down and looking around, the things that you can come to know. It's being a psychic is just drawing more information from the mundane. That's all it is. Well, there you go. Like I said, tenant now that's leaving in October. Yeah, so you'll get that place filled really fast. And that wasn't even with cards based. That was based purely on Mercury, my knowledge of Mercury retrograde. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Excited people are making money. And I'll see you on the next one. Have a good night, guys. Let me see. Yeah, CRISPR is going to cure cancer. It's going to be involved in the cure for cancer, I should say, outside well. I have some predictions on TikTok. And if you're looking for me on TikTok, guys, it's the same name, Tarot for Traders. It's just with the number 4 instead of the word 4, because for whatever reason, when you use the number 4, TikTok says it's a curse. Like, I don't get it, man. They're always doing something to me. I'm glad to see it. I'm eager to see it become positive things that they do to me. That's starting to happen. I'm seeing them pay me now. It's actually cool. Yeah, so cure for cancer, and there's a little bit. I think there's an updated post on that because there was something in the news about a company that's in stage 2 trials cured every case of cancer that they tried. That actually happened. Like, and I'm pretty sure CRISPR is into that. So yeah, I'm glad you reminded me, man. I had that on a list probably that got lost somewhere, so I'll take a look.